Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're just going to be kind of looking around in the Lego room, doing like a vlog style and some city planning to try and figure out what we're going to be doing in here. So just hang on with me as we try and figure out how to get this city set up. If you've been paying attention, we have just built these basically 3 Lego tables here. It's about 100 base plates or so. But we're trying to figure out how to set everything up. We've got a number of sets here, which I'm going to do like a little collection video here shortly, just to show everything we have in order to get the city up and running. But I've kind of hit a builder's block already of just kind of trying to figure out what to build next in order to kind of start vamping things up, and as well as just overall formatting. Of course, we're going to have roads, we're going to have a train track, but even just something as simple as that, as far as figuring out just the basic layout, is a big part of getting things together, because there's certain ways you have to do it. Like, for example, train track needs to be at least 4 studs away, but over on this side we do have an extra half base plate basically to play with in order to kind of mess with that a little bit, but it does kind of still meet the 4 stud requirement over there, but I don't know if it's going to mess everything up going back down this way. So we're already in a dilemma. I mean, we have all kinds of these road packs here that we can, do the standard style that you see a number of other builders use, where you put the road plate kind of in the middle of the base plate and then extend it a bit with like a sidewalk and that kind of thing. Or you can just use the road plates as they are without extending them. I've seen some folks do that with great success, and maybe put like a extended city or sidewalk on the other side, basically making more of like a walkable style city, which looks really neat. That'd be something I'd be interested in as well. But you never know what you can kind of do with all of this. So, of course, as I'm kind of mulling over everything, if you do have a suggestion, definitely leave a comment below. As far as I've tried a few different city planning softwares, or just using Excel or just the old pen and paper, but nothing's really, jumped out at me yet as far as getting that together. But of course, it is going to be a number of pieces. We definitely don't have enough to, of course, Mills plate, a whole city or anything at this point, but it's not something you do overnight, just building here, building there, and eventually we'll start upgrading as far as getting more things put in and what more details in our city, because we have a limited part selection at the moment. But that's kind of the whole point of all of this, is to fund the hobby. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, as it helps us out as we kind of reach our goals in order to help build up the Lego city even more. Of course, we see here, the first building ever in the Lego city is the Sanctum Sanctorum, already on a Mills plate. But I think we're going to just start laying some stuff out here and kind of see what it looks like. And I know, I'm sorry about the mess. We did get back from San Diego Comic-Con here recently and still haven't really organized things back out since then. But I think we are going to open up one of these packs here, since we already kind of did the railroad track over there, and just kind of see what all entails, just so I can get a better feel of it. I mean, I've seen it plenty of times in person and in other videos and such, but until you do it yourself, I guess you don't really know what you're getting into. So let's take a look. You can see just kind of the 3 bags that comes with it here. The basic road plate, like we were just talking about, some of the grass and slope pieces, and then the details. It does come with instructions, of course, so let's see if we can kind of a basic road together here next to the sanctum and see what it looks like. Those of you familiar with the road plates know that it does come with 4 of them. It does take up, a whole base plate when you do it, but it is a plate short of Mills in order to kind of bring it right up to that. Some folks raise it up even actually a little taller. So I mean, theoretically, you could just kind of place it like this, and kind of have the stripe going down that way, and then fill in all the different pieces. So let me just kind of play around with that and see what that looks like first. But I know I'm probably not going to do it, but let's take a look. And here's kind of that layout, as you can see. There's plenty of room for these kind of 6 stud vehicles. But again, you're using up all your road plates all in one thing, when theoretically you could probably get away with using 2 of these and then having 2 road plates put together rather than using all your pieces. In addition, it doesn't come with enough to even fill in all the gaps, plus other pieces that you would need in order to do this for crosswalks and all kinds of things, with just using 2 together here. This would be your more traditional style format that you see a lot of folks do. You kind of throw it right in the middle, and then kind of extend it out, and then include the road a little bit by a brick or two, and then also with some plate in order to kind of get it right up to the curb for buildings. What other folks do, like I was saying, is they kind of just do this and make it a little easier to even out, and then just keep putting modular buildings next to it and kind of just do it like on half base plates for your roads. I don't think I'm going to do that because that would just complicate things even more for me at the moment. So we'll see if there's a way I can at least extend this a little bit and see what we can do with the parts that we have. Okay, I think we have a layout that we would want to go with in our best case scenario as far as extending like a sidewalk here, definitely having like some green probably somewhere in there as well, so it's not just a giant sidewalk or anything like that, but enough to extend the sidewalk over to this area, so that would be where the crosswalk would be, and still having this be its own Mills plate cut off right there. The only problem is if we do an exterior perimeter train, it's not going to fit. It's going to run right into that. So we're going to have to think of either doing basically like a half base plate worth of the train on this side and then scooting everything back a base plate. And I think it'll work out somewhere because it's about 7 base plates long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So as long as we make it up maybe on the other side, I think it would work out in order to even everything out. So, but I don't have really any of the half base plates, and I'd rather not cut them, at least not yet, as this is all the base plates I currently have. It's what's on the table here. So we'll just kind of see what that looks like as far as maybe adding a half kind of on both sides to accommodate the train and roads. That way we can have this same style, but just back a half base plate. Okay, and you can kind of see what I was able to come up with. I did move the sanctum kind of out of the way so we can get a better look at what we're working with. I added, a side piece here as far as maybe some green for the end of it. I wasn't able to decide if I do want to extend maybe having a sidewalk on this side so close to the end, or just have it green all the way. So that's why we kind of got the half and half. But again, the main thing we're going to have to figure out is where the train track is going to go. So I don't know if I'm going to build another building here next. Like I said, we got a few to choose from, but otherwise I think we're going to start looking at the train layout. So I might have to cut that into a different video because I want to show you all kinds of different sets. I think I got at least 2 plus a whole bunch of track. So I definitely want to make that its own kind of train video to kind of kick things off that way. So who knows? But I think I'm just going to leave it there for today. So I appreciate you coming on out and watching me mull over the city here as we try and figure out our layout of what we're wanting to do. Make sure if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you also follow us over on Old Mountain Bricks on Instagram. But until next time, have a good one.